This was a disappointing game as the Oklahoma City Thunder, even though they were injured, 6 players out, okay, back to back. It still should have been a victory over the Dallas Mavericks as they had 7 players out, and we're also on a back to back. And so there's really no excuse for losing this game. There truly isn't. It's always disappointing, of course, losing to the Mavericks, losing to your big time rival, okay? It always sucks. But you have to try to take away positives from losses as well and try to figure out what can be the learning curve from this game that we can take forward and go out and be like, look, come playoff time, if we face the Mavericks, and the Mavericks are struggling a little bit here and there, it's kind of a topic of discussion. Is Luka going to be back? Are they going to actually try to compete for a playoff spot, try to be in a play-in spot, or just kind of be like, look, we'll go to the draft, do what we did in 2023, come back to the next season and go to the finals? It's interesting to see, but the Thunder need to take this game as a learning curve and be like, look, next game that we play them, if we do play them again this season, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do differently. This is how we play defense differently. Offensively, maybe attack the rim a little bit more. There's a bunch of things that they could have learned from this game, but overall, I don't think Thunder fans should be overreacting to this game whatsoever. All right, and there's a few things that we're going to be talking about in this video, talking about my reasoning for that, but you got to stay, kind of figure all that out as well when we go along with it. Look at the box score from the Thunder and then go into my reasons for why you should not take this game seriously in the win-loss column. Before we get into all that, though, of course, as always, 69% of you guys coming back watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you find yourself coming back on a regular basis and you enjoy the content here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is by hitting that subscribe button. It only takes a little second there. I'm trying to reach 10,000 by 2026. I think we can hit that. With that out of the way, let's go ahead, get into talking about this loss, as it was quite disappointing, okay? It was a very disappointing loss. It always sucks to lose the Mavericks. I don't care what occasion it is. It always does suck. However, I wasn't really too invested in if the Thunder won or lost this game. I truly wasn't. All right, they were without Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, Isaiah Joe, and AJ Mitchell on a back-to-back game where they were in a dogfight with the Utah Jazz somehow after Shai scored 54 that night. Very impressive game from him. But it's just one of those things where I could tell they were gassed. They didn't even play Ousmane Dieng in this game. They had Dylan Jones in closing minutes here in the fourth quarter. So this game just didn't feel real. It felt like a preseason game. It truly did. There was just something off about it the entire night. It got heated. Lou Dort got ejected for hitting Daniel Gafford in the nuts. This was an insane game to witness. Cason Wallace had to leave the game early because he got elbowed in the head. So the Thunder had to deal with 2 players out, arguably their 2 best defensive players at the moment as well, out of the game. So that definitely hurt them going down the stretch. But like I said, no excuses. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box score here, okay? As always, you had J. Will starting, J. Dub, Shai starting, Dort starting, and then Cason Wallace starting with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren still out. J. Will, he only played 26 minutes, but I thought he played extremely well this game. Was a little bit questionable on defense at times, but offensively was giving this team a spark. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, only 2 turnovers, but he had 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. All right, I thought he was playing very well offensively, and the Thunder could have used him down the stretch. I just wasn't sure why he didn't stop playing. I didn't know if he got injured or not, so I'm going to need to do some research on that, and let me know in the comment section below. I didn't get to catch the whole thing. I missed a little bit of the third quarter, so maybe that's when it happened. He couldn't play anymore. J-Dub, it was nice to see him have a very good game. It was nice to see him have a kind of bounce back game. Went 11 and 19 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 7 and 10 from the free throw line, by the way. 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, a block. He did have 3 turnovers. Want to cut that down to 1 there. He shouldn't be turning the ball over at all, in my opinion, but want to cut that down to at least 1. And 33 points. Very impressive from him. I think he had a great game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could have been better. I will say that. After a 54-point performance, could have been a little bit better. 12 of 25 from the field. 1 of 3 from deep. Only taking 3 threes in this game. I think kind of limited Shai. I need to see him take like 6 a game and see him go 2 of 6 or 3 of 6. All right, 6 of 6 from the line. Needs to get a line a little bit more, but that has been a struggle for the entire season. 7 assists. No steals or blocks and 3 turnovers. Can't be doing that along with 4 fouls. He did have 31 points there. Lou Dort, like I mentioned, ejected early. He was not having a great game. He went 2 of 5 for 3, which is nice, but I felt like on defense he wasn't playing as well as he usually does. Kyrie Irving was blowing right by them, and I don't think that's a good matchup for him whatsoever. I want to see him more on PJ Washington, and then see a guy like Cason Wallace, since he was starting this game, on Kyrie Irving. I think that would have been a whole lot better. But, you know, he's just got to be better defensively, and he has to have a better mental, you know, like, state, all right? He has to be better mentally. He can't succumb to pressure like that and get frustrated and like I will say, he does get a little dirty at times when playing the Mavs, but that's about it, all right? Because it's a rivalry, because they get dirty right back as well. Cason Wallace, 26 minutes of action before he had to be taken off the court. Did not do anything offensively. Offensively, a bad game. Defensively, played well, 2 steals. He also had 7 rebounds and assists there. Just offensively, he's got to be better. Off the bench, Dylan Jones in no world should be getting 12 minutes. I will go ahead and say that. I will go ahead and say it. It's not hate, but when you look at this team, he should not be playing that much. He shouldn't, okay? He didn't do much either. 2 assists and a rebound and a block there. Shows he had a plus 13 there, but we needed some offense there. We needed some offense. Offense got slow for a little bit, and he was not doing anything offensively. He's not a good offensive player yet. He has the potential. My problem, though, is he's, 22, 23 years old as a rookie? How much time does he have? He's older than Chet and Ousmane Dieng as a rookie. Keep that in mind. Kenrich Williams as well, in my opinion, no world. He should be getting 20 minutes in a game and be playing closing minutes there. Realistically, in the regular season, I could see him getting like 12 minutes in the playoffs, maybe none at all. 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from deep, 4 rebounds to steal there, 3 fouls. It's just, like I mentioned, I just felt like he wasn't doing enough. And like I said, in a perfect world, when we are healthy, he's not really playing. He isn't. Brandon Carlson, only 4 minutes. I think he was impressive in the minutes that he did have, but like I said, not enough to actually get a good judgment on him. Alex Caruso was playing well. He did have a turnover with like 5 seconds left in the game, down by 4. Could have put the Thunder down by 2 with like 4 seconds left. Foul real quick and a potential, tying shot there as well. It's all right, though. He still had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block there, and only 1 turnover, 8 points. Aaron Wiggins could not hit water out of a boat from behind the arc. Inside, the 3-point line, he was doing well, but he's got to hit threes. 0 of 6 from 3 ain't going to cut it. He needs to go 2 of 6 at least, and 2 of 6 wins him this game. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and only 1 turnover. As a team, they didn't do bad shooting-wise. It's just, like, you have to keep in mind, while watching this team right now, looking at this box score, being like, oh my gosh, a loss. The Thunder are now 6-6 when one of Chet or Hartenstein when both of them do not play. All right? When both Chet and Hartenstein do not play, they are 6-6. When they do play, they only have 2 losses as a team. That is an absurd stat right there. Only 2 losses when just one of them plays. Can you imagine when both of them play now? They are game changers for the Thunder. Having a 7-footer that you can rely on, both of them top 10 centers in the league, that is a game-changing kind of aspect that you have to keep in mind. They have been playing without one of them at least this entire season, and now 12 games without both of them. Hartenstein's about to be back. Chet's also about to be back after the All-Star break. Keep this stuff in mind. Keep it in mind, Isaiah Joe didn't play this night. He's been on a little hot stretch as of late from 3. He could have changed this game. He could have gave us like 3 or 4 threes off the bench for us, but he didn't play because he was injured. And the Thunder are taking precautions because, look, they probably could have played, but this is a meaningless regular season game that isn't changing anything in the standings. So stop stressing out about it. That's simple. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting playoff standings whatsoever. Dallas might not even make the playoffs. It's frustrating to lose, I get it, but this doesn't change anything. They're still the best team in the West. They're still the best team in the league. It's just a setback because of how injured they are and playing on back-to-back night. That's all it was. They had the size matchup against us and got in our head because they are a little bit of an older and mature team. That's simple. That's the only reason they won. The only reason. If OKC has one, even Isaiah Joe, if he played, I think OKC wins. That's simple. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally think. I just think, we as fans don't need to overreact to this game. I saw people on the Twitter timeline saying to fire Mark Daigneault. Just don't do that kind of stuff. Games like this happen. It's okay. The team has 8 losses over halfway through the season. Just chill, watch some basketball, take it as a learning experience, and it's going to be good. So all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.